Well, maybe you remember this. Last time you saw it was quite rusty, and then I built a shot glass cabinet and it turned out like this. Here's another one. But I can't leave them like this. They'll go rusty again. And that's not ideal when you're restoring a vehicle. What would be more ideal is if I had a spray booth. Better turn the air on, I suppose. Let's try that again. I think it might be easier on its side. So, I've cut a hole in the bottom of the barrel. From now on, this will be referred to as the top. And in that goes this, which allows me to connect a 4-inch hose to my dust extractor system. So, why have I cut a hole in the bottom of the drum and not the top? Well, at the moment we've got water in, and it'd be great if we could get water out. Why do we want water in? Well, it's a spray booth, and some dust will go up into the filters, some is inevitably going to go down. Hopefully the water in the bottom is going to eliminate anything going down coming back out again. Okay, so I've marked out the drum at the centre of the cutout on the other side, and I've then measured the drum circumference, and that is 6 foot. That's 1800 millimetres if you're watching in metric. Now, I've tied a knot at 3 feet, so I can mark here, and then I'm going to use the same method with a knot tied at 2 feet to mark all the way around the drum from this point. Once I've done that with a piece of string, I'm going to use my spirit level to mark this vertically on here, and I'm just going to draw a line which is going to be the centre line for my screws for my legs. I'm going to use wood going all the way up to the top. That will allow me something to hang bits and pieces on in the future if I so wish. I've marked the centre line on each piece of wood so I can line it up with a screw hole. Now of course we need to check these shelves are level. Make the noise. Beep. Okay, so one of the next jobs is to put the filters into the spray booth, and to do that we need something to hold it up. So I went out into the garden and I found this. So what I've got myself here is a pizza shaped filter. We've got the green on the bottom, then the white, then the blue, then the white. This is a separate filter. There's two pieces of filter. These are £7 something per square metre, and I'm hoping to get 2 filters out of this per square metre. I hope that's the right order. I'm sure that somebody will tell me in the comments if I've got it wrong. And this is the first fit. I've never put this in here before, so let's see how it goes. Anyway, that goes in there like that. We're definitely going to need some holes in the white filter. I'll get that sorted off camera. So I've fitted the filter to the mesh, and I'm holding it to the mesh with some thin welding wire. I'm making sure that I've still got the, I believe they call it the loft, or maybe I've just got that from Loft Insulation, I'm not really sure. I've still got the thickness there of the filter, I'm not squashing it, and that's to stop the air that's going to be drawn through this hole up here sucking the filter up to the hole. The next thing to do is I'm going to wind a nut and a washer on here. No, it's not. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the filter on to this thread here, then put a nut and a washer here and clamp the mesh in place. We don't have a spray booth big enough to spray the spray booth, so we are going to use the latest in CGI technology. I've got my green screen set up behind me. CGI, of course, standing for Covered Garage Interior. So the next thing to do is to join the spray booth to the dust extraction system, and to do that I'm going to use a Y piece and a 45 and a valve that does this. This is common throughout the whole of my dust extraction system. I don't have a video on making that because I made it about 6 months ago for a machine that's never got joined to the dust extraction system. So to cut the black pipe, I'm just using my my best plumbing tools. So hopefully what you've just seen is us gluing this pipe into this piece of plywood, and now what I've done is put a ring of the same black sticky stuff on the plywood and stuck it to the valve. Push the flexi pipe into the hard pipe, and I've used the flexi pipe to join onto the spray booth. So it's quite dark in here, so I've fitted a light with a switch. Nice. To cover up this rough edge, I bought some metal edging off Amazon, link in the description if you're interested. It's got a little bit of a sticky thing inside, so I'm going to fit that now. This could take a while. Whew, that was quite a job. Looks nice though. So, this is where we're going to be spraying things, and well, it'd be nice if we had a turntable. Now I went on Google and I looked for Lazy Susan bearings, and they were about £9–10 each. And then I looked for Lazy Susans, and I found one on Amazon for £7.99. Link in the description. Now, of course, if you remember earlier in the video, I said there was going to be some water in here to catch any dust. And to keep it out of the water, I bodged this thing together. This fits in here like that, and then this fits on top like that. Nice. So first things first, of course, it'd be nice if the welds on this didn't go rusty when sat in the water, so I'm going to spray it. So to spray this, I'm going to use ZG90 anti-rust paint with zinc, available on Amazon, link in the description.